stand down, they tell them stand his ground. They would tell Heather Missouri stand down, but they saying go ahead, Heather, stand your ground, is what they're saying, man. So clearly you see the more you think things have changed. When Mike Miller in the Sun paper was running around saying Maryland is not a regressive state, but it's so progressive now. We passed gun control. We passed same-sex marriage. We passed immigration. We passed all of these new bills in the history of Maryland. But yet, at the same time, when it comes to blacks, when they're having a black man or a black woman as the governor, we was just kidding. I know you didn't believe that, did you? I know you didn't fall for that, did you? Then, of course, Gansler come on black radio, and he throw out some code names to you. I was the first to support Barack, you know. I work with Eric Holder, you know. Well, they some criminals. They don't really titillate me. I don't know if they titillate you, but you're talking about two criminals that should be charged with war crimes from my perspective. But where are you in the tradition of Dr. King? Where are you in the tradition of civil rights? Where are you in the tradition of those who would stand for the citizens in the state of Maryland, whether they're Democrats or Republicans? We haven't seen Doug Gansler take those kind of stands, is what we've seen. But let me open up the lines, take your thoughts, questions, comments, man, at 410-761-1592. Oh, and before I do, let me mention this one other thing that's been on my mind, man. I've been seeing this commercial with all the serious problems. Let me play this commercial for some of you. I don't know if you've seen it, man. But with all the serious problems, they got the damn country talking about a Cheerio commercial, man. A Cheerio commercial with a little biracial girl, supposedly, which ain't no biracial. She's a black girl. Looks like a mother who's white, which is probably a black woman. She just light complexion. We got him in all shades. And then a father that's obviously black. But when the world is on the brink of World War III, yeah, and you at the door, you in the door. Forget about at the door. With all of the serious problems, they got you talking about cereal as opposed to what's serious right now, man. And some of you dumb enough to find yourself getting caught up in the conversation, man. They got you talking about a cereal commercial. But let me play this commercial, man. And they talking about this commercial. What's it? I forget the name of it. But just talking about this cereal commercial with all the serious problems. I think it's entitled Just Check It, man. With all the serious problems in the world, this is America. In any other country, man, you don't see this going on. They got to grow up is what we got to ask them to do, man. When we as black men, you don't even see any strong images of black men on a commercial or a sitcom television show or an hour-long drama or anything else. Last time we seen a strong black man on television was The Rock, maybe, and James Evans. Right now, every way you look, most of the black men are effeminized, man. They effeminized, or they done gone in drag with RuPaul and the rest of them, man. Even brown men now, even red men, even yellow men, even white men. You ain't even seeing no strong images of white men on television no more. It's what we're looking at right now. But I mean, you would think those that sit back and see all of the way that black men are degraded on television, they don't have no problem with that. You got to sit back and watch hours after hours of scandal. Brother, you know what I'm talking about. With a white man, with a black woman. Every time he turn around, he ripping off her panties or she ain't wearing no panties and they up in a closet in the White House. This is the image that's projected around the world of black women who are supposed to be in position of power. And then the world sees this being played out on all of these major television networks. But, you know, the boys that's supposed to be men that send out responses, they don't have no problem with that. But a little brown girl in a commercial talking to a light woman that could be white, they have a problem with that. So it shows you this country has to grow up, man. Has to really grow up. But then for the media, spend all the time talking about it, lets you see that they got some problems. But let me play this commercial so you can hear it for yourself.
Mom.
Yes, honey?
Dad told me that Cheerios is good for your heart. Is that true?
Says here that Cheerios has whole grain oats that can help remove some cholesterol, and that's heart healthy.
Welcome back. That was a little commercial, man. But if you know the history of General Mills, you may not want them to do with no Cheerios anyway, man. But when you get these foods running around acting like they cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs over commercial, let you see we got some serious problems here. And if time permit, before I wrap up, I'm going to talk about this other issue of Al Sharpton owing $2.6 million in taxes, man. Al Sharpton, the junkyard dog, Obama's boy. At a time when they rounding up, putting liens on Mary J. Blige, of course, charged and sentenced Lauryn Hill. But Al Sharpton, Obama's boy, long as you the JYD for Obama, I guess they looked the other way. But they said he owed $8 million. And then he came with what they call an OIC, an offer to compromise. So they cut it down from $8 million to $2.5 million. So normally when this happens, that means Al Sharpton gonna be a sick'em dog, boy. He gonna be a pit bull, man, against some black leader, That may be why he come after Sharpton and West so hard, man. He trying to get that tax issue up off of him. But we do remember years ago when he had another tax problem, he started working for, and he cut a deal with the George Bush administration. In fact, they were running his campaign. For some of you that's members of the National Action Network, Roger Stone and the boys were running his campaign. But I know you don't want to have that conversation, man. And last but not least, let me come to the line, man, because I want to talk about this Roy Hibbert. With those who are talking about this comments where he said no homo. Now, if you're a rapper, you can use the word. If you Jay-Z, Slave Z, Kanye West, you can use the word. But if you're a basketball player, you can't talk about being soft. They got a problem with that. Then they got him tweeting Jason Collins like Jason Collins is the gay athlete or the spokesperson. But I got this clip of this brother. I think his name was Glenn Burke, who they said really was the first gay athlete to come out. But they said Glenn Burke was so bad, but he was dating Tommy Lasorda's son. They didn't want that kind of information getting out, man. They had this movie out since 2009, 2010 of a Dodger baseball player named Glenn Burke. You can pull it up online, view it. Movie been out for some time. Now, if I know that, don't you think NBC, ABC, CBS, TBS, and the rest of them know it? But Glenn Burke didn't fit the picture of what they wanted to sell to the American people as a gay athlete, or as they say, the gay athlete. The gay athlete. But let me come to the line, take your thoughts, questions, comments on this issue about the governors and why the Democrats won't stand down. Why your governor and Mike Miller and Mike Bush won't give the orders. Why Steny Hoyer, why Roscoe Bartlett, why Ben Cardin, why Barbara Mikulski, all them ones that always know how to beat down the Democrats and make sure they stay right in their place. They won't give the order to Doug Gansler, that schmuck. They won't give the order to Dutch Rupersberger. They won't give the orders to stand down. So I know some of you think, as my brother Bill Gooden used to say when he was on these airways, I'd like to see Barack Obama be the president and Martin O'Malley become the governor, because that means Anthony Brown is going to become the governor. Man, I thought you really knew Martin O'Malley, Bill. I thought you really knew Martin O'Malley. For all your conversations with Robert Clay, Lawrence Bell, I thought you really knew Martin O'Malley. Let me come to the line, take your thoughts, questions, comments, 410-761-1592. Good afternoon, caller. You on the State of the City.
Good afternoon, Brother Muhammad.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, no, they don't want Anthony Brown to be governor.
Right.
And it's just like when Bell was trying to be mayor. You know?
Yeah, ain't nobody tell Martin to stand down, right?
No.
He was the George Zimmerman of the mayor's race. He had to stand your ground on Lawrence Bell and Carl Stokes, right?
Yep.
So if the Democrats really cared about blacks ascending to the office of the governor, as Michael Miller was saying, that Maryland is not the old Maryland, we are now progressive Maryland. Well, if they really that progressive, then wouldn't they all say to everybody that's in the Democratic Party, like they did Doug Duncan? You remember how they did Doug Duncan? He had to drop out. Said he had what did he say? He came clinical depression.
Right.
We say no, it was political suppression, right?
Right.
Yes, sir. Anything else, my brother?
Yeah. I'm not even going to comment on that bull crap David Brown show Sunday and talking about that Cheerio commercial.
Oh, come on, brother. I wouldn't waste my time talking about, man. With all the commercials and TV shows where you got the black man being denigrated, effeminized, and everything else, man. Can you think of one program on television where you see an image of a strong black man? None, brother.
You see The Rock.
Yes, sir. Yeah, between the Barack and the hard place right now, all right?
Yeah. But look, one more thing. I want to give my number out there again.
City workers?
City workers,
Yeah.
110-979-4267.
Now, did you find out about them furloughs?
No, man, I didn't have time.
You got to look into it. You better make time. You could be one of them, brother. All right?
Hey, no, not me.
Not you? Okay.
Look,
Yes, sir. Got to let you go so I can get some more callers. All right?
The second reader on that pension bill is the 13th.
Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. Thank you. Keep us informed. All right. We'll take more of your calls. 410-761-1592. Get in where you fit in where you get in. Good afternoon, caller. You on the State of the City.
Yeah, how you doing, Darren?
I'm good, brother. How are you?
I'm all right. I don't know where to start at today, brother, but
Yes,
I'm gonna
sir.
start with this governor's race, brother.
Right.
You know, like I called in and told him today, I said Brown will never see the governorship.
What?
Never see it, brother.
Yeah.
I said, you know, he's out here, he's having trouble getting money. He shouldn't be having no trouble getting money.
Wait a minute.
Come on, man.
Wait a minute. The man that he is working with and been his partner in time and to some extent partner in crime for the past 6.5 years has been the two-term president and head of the Democratic Governors Association, right?
Thank you,
Now,
brother.
you mean he can go all around the country and raise money for Democrats, but he can't raise money for his lieutenant governor?
Right.
Is that what you tell him?
I told him, stay tuned. I said, man, the man is going to end up probably backing either Ruthenberger or Gansler. He'll never support Brown.
If he did, he would tell them like was told to the rest of the Democrats when he was going to run,
Absolutely.
stand your ground or stand down, right?
Thank you, brother.
But if you don't,
this stuff, man, is laughable, brother.
Yeah.
It's laughable, man.
Yeah, well, I think it's good for our people to see if they're not in denial, brother. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
Unless they got that Stockholm syndrome or Beamer syndrome. You know what I mean? But you clearly got to see it. You know what I mean? Jesus said, how do you see men? Do you see them as they are? Or do you know what I mean? You see them as trees. It is what it is. You don't see them saying stand down. Anytime you get Gansler coming on and he start talking about he ain't running, but he said if people want to see us working, that means his ass really haven't been working. If he got to come on and say that people want to see us working.
When you look at Martin O'Malley and you see his track record, what you think is going to make him come out and support Anthony Brown, who really ain't nothing,
Right.
and an African American on top of that?
Well,
Come on, man.
he's in the words of Heat Wave, some mind-blowing decision going to cause some head-on collisions because he want
Thank you,
to
brother.
be white one minute, then he want to be black one minute. You understand what I'm saying? He don't know what side of the fence he want to stand on. You know what I mean?
If he's been in there for 8 years and he's the second most supposedly powerful politician in the state of Maryland, I said he could have stood up for the black colleges, brother, in the lawsuit.
Well, I don't know. I was just looking at that City Paper article where I think they call it the Maryland Power. They always talk about Maryland Power. I don't think I saw a picture of Anthony Brown in there, man. You know what I mean? So he has no power, brother. Clearly, his power has come from the governor, and he has no power. You understand?
He is a lot, dog.
And there's never been a lieutenant governor, to my knowledge, that ascended to become the governor, right?
Thank you.
So
brother.
he going against history and everything else, brother.
And
Right?
like you said, when Martin O'Malley was running, there was an order put out. Everybody was
Stand down, and you better be
You're
at
absolutely right.
and you better be at every press conference that we have and every fundraiser we have for Martin O'Malley. Otherwise, we're gonna put you inside of the crosshairs.
He's supposed to be supporting Brown, and I haven't seen him beside Brown yet. To be honest with you.
Yeah, come on, brother.
Give me a break, man.
You know what they say?
Give me a break.
Don't listen to what they say. As the brother say, watch what they do. All right.
What they do, brother.
Yes, sir. Or don't do. Appreciate your
Don't
call,
do,
man.
brother.
All right, brother. With that, we'll take more of your calls. 410-761-1592, man. But again, it's a year away from this governor's race, but you already see the games. And I know y'all thought the Preakness was over. You already see the games, man. And you talking about Baltimore and Prince George's County, the two largest black populations corridors in the state of Maryland. But again, you can't get no love from the Democratic Party, man. You ain't getting no, I'm talking about the real, not the Democratic Party, but those who have hijacked the Democratic Party. They've hijacked the principles of the Democratic Party. Then you would have Michael Miller, the longest-serving Senate president. Michael Bush, the longest-serving Speaker of the House of any state. They ain't giving up their position for a black man, brown man, red man, yellow man, black woman, red man, red woman, yellow woman, or a white woman. They're not giving theirs up. But again, you see that Maryland is not progressive. That was all show, man. That was smoke and mirrors is what it was. That was all scripted. They all should have been given an Oscar. Not you, Oscar. Not you, Oscar, but they all should have been given an Oscar down there, man, for that award-winning performance and tricking for those that could be fooled and making you think that Maryland is progressive, man. Not when it comes to those three. Not when it comes to those three and those that get behind them. Let me come back to the line, 410-761-1592. Good afternoon, caller. You on the State of the City.
Good afternoon, Brother Darren. How are you?
I'm good, soldier. How are you?
Hey, brother, look here, man.
one thing we need to do, man, we need to look at the plan.